Alright, hello. We are doing a 20 temple. Here's the talent setup. Mostly just doing like a Shaylun's gift build, with mostly prioritizing doing DPS is going to be like the focus of the key. So I'm running like a Windscar Whetstone. It's definitely not something that like you have to do by any means. It's just something that I'm trying out and just kind of having fun with because I'm just doing a weekly 20. We are pugging it, however, though, so it's very possible that things go wrong. So we're still going to focus on healing, but in order to do damage, it's very simple on Mistweaver. So it's basically put your Feline Stomp down, like, as much as possible. And then if there are 4 or more targets, you want to just spam Spinning Crane Kick inside the Feline Stomp. And then if there are less than 4 targets, that's when you do your regular rotation of like keeping Rising Sun Kick on cooldown and using Blackout Kick and Tiger Palm and all that stuff. So that is the main idea there. And we are going to press something here. Going to press a defensive. Going to dispel myself. Going to probably die here. Going to quickly press Shaylun's Gift. Health Stone. Gonna go ahead and stun, just to follow up. Try to stand on the edge of my Feline. Dispel myself, because I have no cooldowns. And we're just focusing on healing here. We got a reset on the stomp, so we're gonna Feline Stomp, and then now we can literally just spam Spinning Crane Kick now that we've kind of recovered a bit. And even when the Tainted Ripple goes off, we can just keep spamming Spinning Crane Kick. And now that there's less than 4 targets, this is where we switch over into more of a press. Oh, that's going to be enraged, so I'm going to dispel myself with the fuse and then dispel the monk because he's lowest HP, and then we focus our healing into the demon hunter because he was the last one with the debuff. Basically, to make those corrupted living waters a lot easier to deal with, you want to generally be dispelling one person every time that they cast. So like right here they're going to cast, so I'm going to line of sight mine, going to dispel the monk. He died too quickly, I'm going to dispel the demon hunter instead. Put down a Feline Stomp, press my Trinket, put down Tiger Statue, and here there's only 3 targets, so Spinning Crane Kick is okay, but we ideally want to be using other stuff. So now I dispel myself, because I have no defensives, and the Demon Hunter press Blur. Now we press our Bird to do some extra healing. And then right as this goes off, we just throw Enveloping Mist out. And then for the next one, we have Shaylun's Gift, so I'll just hold it until he does his next cast, because it's probably going to be raged. We don't have... Oh, we do have a Soothe. Okay, there we go. So we'll go ahead and cast our Shaylun's Gift. And then now we can just Touch of Death. Doing pretty decent damage so far for having to recover quite a bit. And now in single target, it's pretty straightforward. Just put down the Stomp. And we're pretty much just pressing... Tiger Palm, Blackout Kick, and then pressing Rising Sun Kick as much as possible. I'm gonna Life Cocoon that monk because he got hit by the water that sprouted up, so he probably would have died to that. It was hard to tell. And then here we put down our Transcendence, and then right when the Wash Away goes over our Transcendence, we can just teleport to it if we want to do that, so that we don't have to walk around in circles. Just going to use Shaylun's Gift here as the Warlock drops this off when he comes back up here. Looks like he had a defensive rolling, so he's all good. But we can still have Shaylun's Gift go off because it gives us buffs. So we just get to do extra damage and healing and stuff like that.
5, 4.
But mainly here I'm just watching people and I just throw like 1 Vivify on them after they drop off the debuff. And then other than that, we're really not doing any healing. And here I won't have my Transcendence transfer, so we're just going to run across. Gonna try to catch up a little bit on healing. Just throw a revival out.
4.
And this is gonna hurt a lot because we're all stacked up. Press our Trinket because it's still really good in single target. Throw a Vivify on the Demon Hunter and a Renewing Mist, and then he'll be back up to full HP in no time. All that matters is making sure that people are full HP when this debuff goes off. Like, right here, I don't need to sit here and heal the Demon Hunter. He's going to just heal passively over time. with my fist weaving stuff, so we do not need to worry about him at all.
5, 4,
And typically what I do to make the wash away easy is you just cross every time the water sprouts up. So it goes 1, 2, 3, and then the water sprouts up, and then you cross just one platform. And then if there's ever a situation where like the wash away is catching up to you, you instead cross 2 platforms by pressing some kind of like movement speed ability, and then you wait for it 1, 2, 3, press your movement speed ability, and then cross 2 times rather than once, if that makes sense. So I should have shown like an example while I was doing it, but I was just talking about other stuff, so.
You there, in the rafters, my sacred library has become possessed by the Sha.
And here we're doing 4 targets, so this is another case where we are just going to be spamming spinning crane kick. And then these mobs, this is probably one of the hardest pulls in the entire dungeon, so it's very important to understand what's going on here, which is the dispellable debuff that goes out. You need to dispel the first one instantly, so there the Demon Hunter got it. And now whoever gets the second debuff, so it's on the Warlock, we need to just make sure that he is getting absolutely spam healed. So I put Enveloping Mist on him. Oh, tank died to something. This might be problematic, but we will see. I'm going to try to kite this out a little bit, dispel the Warlock. And then the Warlock got it again, so we're going to Life Cocoon, we're going to Enveloping Mist. Like, you just literally spam as hard as you possibly can until you can dispel again. And typically that second debuff, you're just not going to be able to dispel it most of the time. So now we dispel that first one. I got the second one, so I'm going to press Dampen, and then same thing. I Soothing Mist, Enveloping Mist myself, and then I'm just spamming Vivifies on myself. The only people you really need to heal is that second person that gets the debuff. First person you dispel, the second person you heal. And then now we have the Lesser Sha, which on Raging Week, these absolutely truck the group. So we need to press some kind of defensive as they're dying, which I don't have any. So I'm just going to Revival when half of them die. And then the other half of them die, and we make it through safely. I'll explain it again once we kill the next group, because I was kind of in the moment. We go here, Touch of Death. I'm going to go ahead and try to get a drink off real quick. So now we have all these Lesser Sha. All I should be doing as a healer is watching their HP. And when they start getting low enough, I want to press some kind of defensive or have some kind of group healing going. So like when these start dying, I'm going to use my Shaylin's Gift, and I'm going to press my defensive, my own personal, and then that should heal the group up. As long as you have some kind of heal go off, like right as... Because usually they'll die kind of like half and half. Like you'll have 3 or 4 of the Sha die, and then 3 or 4 more of the Sha die. And I have like nothing here for the tank because I'm out of mana. But that is how you deal with the Sha, is make sure you're just being proactive and planning accordingly for when they're about to die, rather than not paying attention and then they die, and then all of a sudden everyone takes all of their health and damage. I'm going to try to drink here again just a little bit, because the tiger that jumps on people right here, this bleed that goes on people, hurts a lot. So now our goal is to heal the people that have this bleed on them, primarily. And then also making sure that the group is full HP whenever the beetle does its, the shield that it puts on itself, which I don't remember what it's called. You can also stun it, and like crowd control it so that it doesn't cast its shield. But it kind of just recasts it over and over, so you have to use a lot of stuns and crowd control and stuff on it to stop it from casting. And there we go. Main focus is just healing the person with the bleed from the tiger. Same thing, I'm going to drink while they kill this thing and while the boss does its RP and stuff, rather than getting in combat and being stuck in combat this whole time. Oh, it looks like I got in combat anyways. So now we're going to drink. Just mess that up.
Ah, it is not yet over. From what I see, we face the trial of the young Ghoul. Let me shed some light. As the tale goes, the young Ghoul was traveling across the Kunlai Plains when suddenly he was...
And then this boss is pretty straightforward now that they've nerfed it so many times, so mainly it's just keeping your healing rotation going and your upkeep spells up, and you will do totally fine on healing everybody. And we also don't want to pass around that debuff like 6 times like we just did, because we're moving around too much. It's unfortunate.
When he let it alone, the beast shrank to near nothingness.
Oh. kind of hitting both of them. It's a little awkward. Just survival here to catch up. And then the main thing for this boss is like our upkeep spells are keeping Renewing Mist going. Yeah, this is going to be a mess. So keep Renewing Mist on cooldown. Keep a Phalanx Stomp down, either on one or both of them. It doesn't really matter. And then other than that, we're just pressing like Rising Sun Kick on cooldown. We're using our Vivify whenever we have an instant cast available, which is the Vivacious Vivification buff, I believe it's called. I think I actually pronounced that right for the first time. And then that's pretty much it. As long as we keep Renewing Mist rolling on everyone and we're pressing Vivify when we have an instant cast, everyone's just going to stay full HP the entire time. Same thing, we're going to switch over. I think there's like one person attacking the opposite one to us every single time. It's super awkward, but that's okay. We're doing fine. We can press a Shaylin's Gift here. Get Renewing Mist back out. Press a Vivify. And we can Touch of Death here. There we go.
For you see, strife feeds on
Same thing with the Shambling Infestor. He spawns the little Shas that blow up, so it's very important to make sure that... Oh, we need to interrupt that Mistweaver. That we are doing group-wide healing and pressing some kind of defensive as the Shas are starting to get low HP. Also, only the tank has a Curse to spell. I don't know if he actually talented into it, though. I forgot to mention it at the start, so... We'll see how that goes. I'm going to press Dampen for my own defensive. And then we're basically just spamming Spinning Crane Kick. Can heal up the Warlock here because he has the debuff. Yeah, it looks like we're not going to have a Curse to spell, so it's going to be pretty rough. It is still doable. And I'm going to press Diffuse as these start getting low HP for my defensive. I might have pressed it a little bit too soon. Looks like it was just fine. Spam Spinning Crane Kick here. And then we can Life Cocoon the Windwalker Monk because he's lower health than everybody else. And then everyone else should be fine as long as they're full HP. Right, next pull, use our trinket. Same thing here, this is 3 targets, so we're gonna have to be using our actual rotation rather than just spamming Spinning Crane Kick. Gonna heal up the person with the Curse to spell. Oh no, I thought I could get that off in time. That's unfortunate. Okay though, he has another one. Looks like we're good because the Mistweaver died before it went off, so it just cancels it. Touch of Death, and then I'm going to drink while we decide what we're pulling next. Looks like we're doing the bigger pull. Probably with Lust, maybe? Maybe we're just doing the... I don't know what we're doing. Okay. But Renewing Mist out. DH is dying instantly. I'm going to leg sweep everything just to help us recover. And then as these start dying, I press my defensive. I need to heal the Warlock because he's taking a bunch of stuff. He got the Defiling Mist, he got the Curse to spell, and all the Shas dying at the same exact time. And he had like no defensives up, so I just put an Enveloping Mist on him and hope for the best. Yeah, see there, it overlapped again. He got targeted by a Defiling Mist and then also got the Curse to spell. Probably could have saved him there with like a Shaylin's Gift cast or something, but that was pretty rough. It's okay though. And just drink while we're waiting. Looks like we're going in the next pull, so we'll just go do that. Need Spinning Crane Kick here. Again, we have more of the lesser Sha. I don't want to stand in that purple stuff. So as they start getting low here, I'm going to press Dampen. I should have life cocooned the tank there. That was pretty rough. He had like nothing up. I already used bark skin and survival instincts, so I think it would have been a good idea to life cocoon him. Oh no, the dark claws. Can we do it? We don't actually need to clear because I have 2 debuffs, so whenever it has this weird overlap, it doesn't require you to clear. And when it gets low enough, we will Touch of Death. There we go, and then we can res. Cool. Yeah, so the tank dying there, I should have just noticed that he had no defenses up. And anytime we're in a pack with the Minion of Doubt, if the tank doesn't have a defensive rolling or even a defensive available, it's very important to use something on him to help him out. So I'm just going to life cocoon him here to help out. And then as the lesser Sha start dying, I'm going to use my defensive. We'll revival as like half of them die. And then we're just back to spamming Spinning Crane Kick to get everyone full HP, avoiding the stuff on the floor. This is where it's going to start hurting quite a bit. But as long as everyone's full HP at this point, we should be more than fine. And we have another group of them coming up here. I have nothing, but that is okay. We'll just do like a Shaylun's Gift as they start dying. That'll full heal the group. We just make sure we throw like a Vivify or something out as half of them die. And we have one more group of them spawning. Just use my Chi here, honestly. And we'll just throw out like an Enveloping Mist on the whole group as they start dying. Could have done that a little bit faster, but I just reacted late to it. And then in this fight, the only thing that's important is 70% to 30% on the boss. So my goal is just to dispel the tank when he gets this debuff. Stay out of the fire. Stay out of the fire. And then we go. And I'm going to save my trinket for when the boss hits 70%. Because again, the only thing that is important on this boss is when her health is 70% to 30%. Everything outside of that before and after is like completely irrelevant how much damage you're doing to the boss. So everyone should be using cooldowns, like DPS cooldowns and all that stuff, from 70 to 30%. So here she might do her strike one more time. That's good. That was a good transition. Okay, now from 70 to 30%, I need to plan a healing cooldown for every single one of these. So the first one, we can use like a Shaylun's Gift. Definitely very late on that. Next one, we can use Chi. So I activate Chi. I get 3 stacks. I keep an Enveloping Mist and a Renewing Mist on the tank. Get back up to 3 stacks. And then we just Enveloping Mist as we go out. And then Vivify. Definitely hurting the tank quite a bit. Next one, we'll Shaylun's Gift. Throw an Enveloping Mist on him, then we'll get out. That was good. Okay. So we got an Enveloping Mist on him and then immediately pressed Vivify. I think we just have to be a little bit quicker with it like we did right there. I think that's what's going to help. And then now in this phase, again, like irrelevant. Like, no, it's possible to completely avoid all damage taken in this phase. So we just do damage to the boss. And just keep the tank like full HP just in case he gets like hit by the breath, but they are able to avoid it. And then I'm just going to use my Touch of Death here on the boss so that we have it back up for that pull before the last boss, since that's probably the hardest pull in the dungeon. Alongside those guys that throw the torches that we were talking about earlier. There's Leg Sweep to help keep the tank healthy. And then we can use our Shaylun's Gift on the Warlock as that buff goes off, or the debuff goes off. Oh, same thing, he gets the Curse debuff and gets the Defiling Mist on him at the exact same time. It's difficult. Into the next pack. I don't have my stomp. I used it at the last second there, which is really bad. Oh, tank died instantly. Holy moly. I try to life cocoon the warlock if I can get in range in time. There we go.
Marked by lightning.
Put an enveloping mist on the tank so he stays healthy. A leg sweep just to kind of get a little bit of recovery time. Making Shalon's gift. And I'll try to get some mana and a food buff back. Probably not going to have time. Looks like we can sit here. I think we're safe. Oh man, he's getting whacked. Alright, there we go. We got our food buff. Gonna go in. Just gonna revival now. I wanted to hold it for when the warlock got hit, but it looks like it worked out anyways. And paralysis to interrupt that. Press my defensive. Press a health spot, so I don't have to heal myself. And I think that was just raging. Yeah, that was just a raging curse debuff, so that's just gonna one-shot. I can't really stop that. Interrupt that. Ring of Peace to interrupt again. Oh, why is he not getting booped? Leg sweep to interrupt.
Marked by lightning.
And there we go. Cool. Now we have the difficult pull. I don't have paralysis up for 10 seconds, otherwise I would pair one of them, but it looks like we're just gonna go and pull all of them, which is not a good idea, but that's alright. I'm gonna need to life cocoon the tank like as soon as possible, if I can. As these small Sha start dying, I'm gonna use my Dampen Harm, so probably about now I'm gonna press Dampen Harm. Try to avoid the purple stuff on the floor that's also on top of all the purple stuff on the floor. I'm gonna use Life Cocoon on the tank, and it looks like I stood in purple stuff. Run back. Try to put some Renewing Mist out from as far away as I can. Get Chi-Ji out. Oh man. Just press my defensive because I have no idea if there are Sha dying or not. Use our trinket. Leg sweep some stuff. Put a Ring of Peace down just kind of randomly on the floor so that if someone sees it, they can stand in it for a little bit of help. Put our stomp down, try to just spam spinning crane kick to help with the healing, and then there we go, we recovered. So, it ended up working out. So I think the only real mistake we made there was just standing in the purple stuff, which it was just hard to see, so it happens. And we still have plenty of time to do the boss. Not bad for a weekly no lever. Gonna try to get a food buff and mana real quick. Don't forget, you can always eat and drink at the same time, so lets you get mana and your food buff back.
5,
If you're
4,
poor like me and can't afford the food thing, the increased, or the well-fed thing that doesn't go away. Alright, so we dispel one of these, and then we heal the other one. So there I had no defensives, so I dispelled myself, and then now we just dispel the warlock. We're gonna stack up and face the boss so that all the ads go towards the stairs.
4,
And then this is where the most amount of group healing is needed to be done. So we're going to leg sweep. And then also if we have our stomp and spinning crane kick, this is the best time to use it, is during that intermission. We're going to spread back out. I'm going to dispel the warlock because the monk has diffuse magic available, so he can diffuse it. Which he did, which is awesome. I'm going to just use Shalon's gift now so everyone's nice and healthy. And then hopefully we get a debuff here coming up next, because then we can diffuse it and dispel the other person. Nope, that's okay. We dispel the monk, and then the warlock presses the defensive. I still have revival, so I'm just going to use that for the next one, because this next one, the debuffs come out, and then like he immediately does the intermission, I think. Or maybe that's the one after this. I don't remember.
2,
We're going to save it, I think. Hopefully we get it. Nope. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna save it for now. And I'm also going to save my trinket for the ad phase. So we dispel DH here. Put our back to the stairs. So the ads shoot out from behind you.
4, 3,
That was a little awkward. And then I'm just going to use my trinket, Phalanx Stomp, and then just spam Spinning Crane Kick, and they just all die instantly, and we do a bunch of damage. I dispel the Warlock here. Monk doesn't have anything, so we just heal him. I will Healthstone myself. Then we dispel the Monk.
Answer to me.
Keep Renewing Mist going.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Balin's Gift.
1.
Okay, I'm gonna just revival now because the boss is almost dead, and I've been waiting to get the debuff this entire time so that I can defuse it, and I haven't. So it looks like it's just not gonna happen. Maybe it'll happen on this last one. Nope, we're not even gonna get the last one.
1.
There we go. Not bad. Not bad at all. Get a cape, and I actually could use this. Wow, it's actually an upgrade. That's awesome. Do I have Valor to upgrade it? I think I do. Nice. Sweet. Alright, so that was the 20 temple. Oh yeah, people have been asking me to open up this thing at the end of each key, so here you go. I'll just open it up, and then I will slowly scroll down. That way you can kind of see what did healing and all that stuff, and then I'll also do it for my damage done. And then that'll be it. So thank you so much for watching. And I will see you guys. Oh, that's the Windwalker. I will see you guys in the next one.